And then one, it's going to be slightly heaped, like so. Okay? This is about 10, 11 ounces, by the way, of flour. It's all-purpose flour. That's what you'd want to use, all-purpose flour. Okay? So now I'm very, very gently going to jog the mixer, and once the flour starts to gradually mix in, then I'll turn it up a little bit, then I'll give it a final mix. We don't want to get a big cloud of flour here in our faces. So, see, like that. Little puffs. Poof, poof. Okay, so now once the flour is in, we want to mix it as little as possible. So it's pretty well incorporated. Now's the time when we're going to want to give it another scrape. And now's the time when we especially want to get down to the bottom. Okay. There we go. And this batter is very, very smooth now. Okay, let's give it that final quick mix now. And look how smooth and beautiful that is. We're gonna call that done. Okay, so now, I'll scrape as much of this off as we can. I could be using my spatula, but quite frankly, the spatula doesn't get around all the corners and the crevices like your finger does. So sometimes you just got to use your finger. Okay, get this off of there. Give myself a little wipe here. Okay, so look at this batter. Look how beautiful that is. Nice and smooth. Okay, nice and soft, very pliable. We'll get this out of the way here. Okay, so now we're going to want to pan this up. So, it's going to make 3 half sheets this batch. That's what we're doing here. So, what we're going to want to do is spray the edge of the pan, like so. Nice and really heavy. Put your paper on. Do not spray all the way across. Okay, that makes a big seal. You do not want that. You want a little, what's going to end up being an air pocket. Okay, so you want to get that nice and smoothed out. Okay, so I already did my other 2. They're all set to go. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, let's just make 3 even piles. Okay, it's good stuff, so we want to get it all. Okay, there's that. Okay, I think this one looks the biggest, so we'll take that and put some over here. And I don't know, I think these look pretty darn good. What do you think? They look even, Dan?
Yeah, they do.
I think so too. We could always put it on the scale, but it's not really going to make that much of a difference. It's all going into the same. It's all going into the same big sandwich, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. All right. So now, what we want to do is use my angled spatula. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm just gently, little by little, spreading this out. See, I give myself room so that I can move it around. It's not going to be very thick. See what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, mercy, about maybe 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch thick, I would say, if that. Okay, it's basically about as thin as I can make it. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is, so you want to make it as thin as you can, and that way at the end, if you have a thick spot, you can just always blend it back in. See? Like so. And there you go. That's pretty even. Might have a little low spot right there, so we can always just do this. Okay. Remember, in the oven, this is batter, so it's actually going to melt before it bakes. So, when you think about what it is, of course, that's what's going to happen. Notice I'm using mostly the tip, okay, but I'm using the middle when I want to move a lot at once. See?
So the technique almost looks similar to how you would frost.
Absolutely.
Use the tip, and then if you're moving a lot, you use the middle.
Yep. Yeah, I'm basically frosting the top of this pan, in a sense.
Clever. I like it.
Okay, so there's that, and then there's this, and we'll get this last one. Now, this is the kind of thing where once you get it on the pan, you're definitely going to get this spread and done quite quick. Once it sits, it'll harden up. You know, basically the butter will start to get cold and firm up. Oops, excuse me. And then when that happens, it's going to be stiffer and much harder to spread properly. Okay. All right, beautiful. That's nice. Okay, so now I want to just stick that in the corner and that one in the corner, and then the one I stuck my finger in, we'll just give that a little bit. No worries. All right, let's turn on the oven and bake these guys. All right, so these are going to go in the oven. They're going to bake. They're not going to take long. They're awfully darn thin. So basically about the time it takes to bake chocolate chip cookies. I would say 6 to 8 minutes on the one side. We'll turn them, and then probably not more than another 3-4 minutes on the other side. We'll pull them out. We'll let them sit and cool off for a few minutes, and then we'll be back to put them together with some fillings. So hold on a minute, folks, and we'll be right back. Thank you.